Hey guys, we've learned some really cool things about tangent lines and radii. In this example, we're going to be using the third thing that we learned in our notes, which talked about two tangents, such as this guy and this guy, and what happens when they intersect at a common point there. And what we should already know, because we did it in our notes and then I made a video to prove it, those two tangents that intersect are congruent to each other. So two tangents with a common endpoint are congruent, which means they have an equal measure. So this tangent right here, -6 plus x, is its length, and since it's congruent to this tangent down here, which has a length of 2x minus 15, since they're congruent to each other, then their measures are equal. So what we're going to do is a little bit of algebra, and we're going to figure out what x is and then what each of the tangent lengths are. So my algebra says I need all my x's on one side. So let's move this guy to this side. So -6 equals 2x minus an x, leaves me with an x minus 15, and get all my numbers to the other side. And I've got -6 plus 15, I think that's 9, equals x. So the value of x is 9, and that means if I were to plug in that 9 over here, that would be -6 plus 9, which equals 3. This tangent has a length of 3. This tangent over here has a length of 2 times x, which we found to be 9, minus 15. And 2 times 9 is 18, and 18 minus 15 is, guess what? 3. So this tangent has a length of 3. So like we said, two tangents with a common endpoint are congruent to each other, and we show that algebraically by making the two lengths equal to each other. We found that x was 9, and if x is 9, then when I substitute, each length is 3, and that verifies that they're congruent. So good job us. Let's do one more just to make sure we got it. All right, in this example, I have a tangent line with a length of 8x plus 8, and another tangent line with a length of -2 plus 10x. And we said that two tangents with a common endpoint are congruent to each other. So I can put this little tick mark there to say, hey dude, you have the same length as the other dude. You have an equal length. So now I can use my algebra skills and solve for x. All my x's on one side, so let's move this 8x over here. So now I'm left with an 8 equals -2 plus 10x's minus 8x's, 2x's. Move our numbers to the other side, so since that was a -2, let's +2, which kind of looks like a z. Let's make that look like a 2. So we got 8 plus 2 is 10 equals 2x. And lastly, divide by 2, and x is 5. So if x is 5, then that's going to say 8 times 5 plus 8, which is 48. And this is going to say -2 plus 10 times 5, which is -2 plus 50, which is, guess what? 48. So my work looks good. We made the two lengths equal to each other, got x equals 5, plugged it back in, and we saw we got 48 and 48, so the lengths were equal. We did good. The end. If you have any questions, send a message to me on Remind or Etsby. Goodbye.